I'm going to show you something super easy and fun. We're going to start out with some liquid shadows. These babies are so easy to use. I am going to show you how. So we are going to start off with eye primer. I'm actually doing my eyeshadow first. Oftentimes that's the best way to do it. So I'm told. I don't always do it that way, but I thought this time we will. So you want to use an eyeshadow primer because it helps hold your eyeshadow on. And you know, as you know, our face is different than the skin on our eyes, so you definitely want a face primer and an eye primer, but this is really going to help the eyeshadow stick, less creasing. It's just basically giving it a good start. So we are going to go ahead and grab this pretty color. This is called Irreverent. Now I know some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, liquid eyeshadow, and you're gonna like run away, like that's too hard for me. It is so easy, you guys. You have to see for yourself. So I'm gonna grab myself a little mirror. Basically, I'm gonna put this color all over my lid. And you actually don't really need anything except for the liquid shadow and your finger to blend. You can use a brush if you'd like, but I'm just going to show you real quick. So I'm just taking my finger and I'm just blending it out. Just basically tapping. Tapping, tapping, tapping. So these do dry. So you do want to blend them. They blend out best when they're wet. But even if they dry, you can grab a blending brush and they will blend. Or you just FYI, if you put them on there and then you're like, oh my gosh, dried quicker than I thought. So that's one. So you could just stop there, but I am going to show you two colors, because in our bundle, my self-care bundle this month, it includes two liquid shadows. So I'm going to show you some options. So you could either wear them individually on their own, as I just showed you here, how easy it is, or I am going to show you how to add a second color in a moment. Alright, so this time I'm going to actually use a brush just to show. Okay, next I'm going, so this color, by the way, I can't remember if I told you, but this is Irreverent. It's sort of a tan-ish color, and then I'm going to be using Business Like, which is a very light sort of lavender mauve color. So this color, we do have darker colors too, but to start you guys off easy for the month, I thought I would go with two lighter colors. So I'm going to put this one a little bit up higher and in my outer V, like so. And then I'm going to blend it out. Again, I'm going to use my finger for this one. So I have hooded eyes, so I did put mine up a little bit higher, and you don't necessarily need to do that if you do not have hooded eyes. So let's see, so there it is. And again, I am just going to blend it out a little bit with the brush. So the reason I go up higher on my eye, and you won't have to do this if you don't have hooded eyes, is when you open your eye, you want to be able to still see some of the eyeshadow. So if I hadn't gone up higher, then when I open my eye, they're basically, you wouldn't see how on this side you don't really see very much, on this side you do. I could go up even a little bit higher, but I think we're good there. So look at those two colors. Oh! I think I'm gonna add a little bit more in there just because I feel like they blended a little bit and I want to have a stronger pronouncement of the mauve purple color. How pretty is that? Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and do that to the other side real quick. Blending it out a little bit so it's not a super harsh line. So the other thing I like about doing my eyeshadow first is that when we go to do the foundation, I can clean up a little bit if I don't have my perfect line right there or you get too much coming down. Alright, let's take a peek. They look pretty good. I think like I did on the other side, I'm going to add just a little bit more of the purple just to make it super sharp right there in my crease. Oh. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit more on this side to match the other side. Alright, there we go. So, one of the things that's important to remember with your eyes is, like I said, then you want to open it and see if you can still see it. Especially if you have aging eyes and you're using eyeshadow. That is extremely important because most of us, as we get older, get hooded eyes. Some of us just naturally have hooded eyes, and that's fine too. But you do want to basically look straight on and open your eyes and see if you can still see some of the eyeshadow. So also, if you see me close my eyes, they may not be totally even when you're looking at it that way, but I put on my eye makeup so it looks even on how we look out this way, because this eye is more hooded than this eye. So it's just the way our eyes work. So when you're putting it on, just a little helpful information that I learned along the way that I thought I would pass on to you guys. All right, so there we go. This is going to look super awesome when I finish the rest of my makeup. So next I'm going to jump into doing the rest of my face, and then I'll come back. Okay, so before we do our mascara, I'm going to add a little bit of what normally would be the darker color, but here I used as my lighter color under my eye. Now you don't have to do this, but I really love the way it brings together this look. Just put some right there under my eye, and I'm just going to blend very gently using my ring finger because that is the most gentle finger. Just like that. You can also, like I said, use a brush And that just really pulls it together. So, blush. All right, this is the second part of our self-care bundle. You get the 2 eyeshadows, you get a blusher, and you also get a lippy. But let me show you how to put on blush. Now, there are general ways to put on blush. There's not just one way to put it on, but generally people tell you to suck in or smile and put it on the apples of your cheeks. But if you're aging like me, a lot of times our face goes down after we're done smiling, and then our blush is down here. So this is my little tip or trick that I like to put on my blush is I get it on the brush, tap a little off, and then I'm basically going to take it right across my cheekbone, just like this. And I'm actually balancing it on there, okay? Same with this side. And then I'm gonna, so next I'm gonna hit that blush and the rest of my face with our setting powder. So this, you generally want to put in the center, wherever you have little lines when you smile and whatnot. But then I like to just do a full coat all the way over as well, to cover any other things like blush. It'll just keep it on there. So this is translucent. It is not going to take away color or contour or any of that sort of, or beautifulness. It's just gonna hold it. It's just setting it. And I love it. It just gives you sort of a beautiful, flawless finish. Helps mattify your look. Oh, there we go. So for our final pop of color, I'm going to jump in there. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm doing our Snarky shade, which is sort of a mauve-y neutral. It is definitely one of my favorite colors right here. But it's just going to be a quick, easy look. Now you can take any color you want if you get the Self-Love bundle. But I'm just going to get some extra off of this because a little bit goes a long way with our Splash liquid lipsticks. This will have a matte finish, and I always suggest using our lip exfoliator, which, by the way, our lip exfoliator or our blush are an option in this. You can pick one or the other, and then you get to pick a lippy and 2 eyeshadows. So if you are not using a lip liner, I do like to outline first and then fill in. But if you ever have any issues, sometimes I feel like the line's not straight, or actually did really well this time. But that's an issue, then I would go back and clean it up with my concealer, or I can use my stick foundation that I used because it is full coverage.